Red live again. Hi. Thank you for joining me. And oh, I just realized the salt lamp's not on. There we go. Now it's on. Hasn't been on all day. So today's video, oh my gosh. Now, just a caveat. I might have a coughing fit. If I do, I will get up and walk away, but I will come back. So today's video is actually it's been really amazing for me because I am laying new flooring. I made the decision to do it myself for some bizarre reason. And through the process of laying the flooring, I am coming across some intense fears and some really intense beliefs. And the one today was so fucking challenging. It was the last row going underneath the door jamb, which is just one of the hardest ways to do it. And I could not get it in. I could not get it in. And I tried for a couple of hours yesterday and I couldn't do it. And then I tried for an hour or so this morning and I still couldn't do it. And then I just cracked it in my brain. And I walked away and I went, okay, that's fine. If I can't do it, I will just hire someone to come and do it for me. I do not have to prove anything to myself anymore. I have laid out the hallway. I have laid out most of the dining room area. If I cannot do this one part, that does not mean that I am a monumental failure about everything. It just means that I can't do this one thing. However, that sounds great. That sounds like that solves all my problems. It really doesn't. Because I had a voice in my head that was really quiet in the beginning, and then it got louder and louder and louder. And it was basically saying, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not good enough to do this. I don't have the skills that I need to be able to get this damn floor on the ground and under this door frame and get it to click in. Like, it just seems like such a mediocre, stupid thing to be losing my shit over. But it's not even the thing that's the problem. It's this voice in my head that was so adamant that I could not do it. Anybody else can do it. Not a problem. I could even have someone come over and do it for me, but I could not do it. And that voice was every time I walked past the floor and I stood there and I looked and I heard, I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. This was all day. I kid you not. I started at maybe 8 o'clock this morning trying to get this floor down. And it wasn't until 4:30 this afternoon of me putting up with this voice all day going, I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I don't have enough skills. I don't have enough strength. I don't have the muscles. I don't have what I need. I don't have the knowledge. I don't have the wisdom. I can't do it. And so then I went and put the rubbish out and I sat on top of the driveway and I took a minute and I sat and I closed my eyes and I went, okay, I can't do that. I cannot do the floor. What can I do? What can I do? Because I was really beating down on myself for failing. Like, I was really beating down on myself for failing. And I was really punishing myself for not being able to do it, which was really, really, really hard. And so sitting on the stoop, or on the top of the driveway, I sat and I went, okay, what can I do? And then I took the process that I've been sharing over the last week or so on a couple of videos that I've done, turned it around and went, in this moment right now, I am succeeding at sitting on the ground. Yep, I am. That was a truth. That was a 100% truth. That was a 100% success rate. I was succeeding at sitting on the ground. And then my next one was, in this moment right now, I am succeeding at listening to the birds chirping. Yep, I am. I can hear them. They're chirping. Yep, okay, great, tick. And in my brain, I kid you not, it's like this list in my brain going, yep, tick, done, next. Okay, in this moment right now, I had my eyes closed. I was saying, in this moment right now, I am succeeding at feeling the wind passing over me. And then I took a minute and I could feel the wind. I went, yep, that's true. Yep, tick, success. We can feel that. Okay, great. In this moment right now, I am succeeding at looking at the difference in the wall of the next door's house. Yep, I am. I'm looking at the wall. I can see the difference in the paint. I am absolutely succeeding at that. 100% good job. Tick. And I did this for about 10 minutes. I sat, I had my hands on the ground. In this moment right now, I can feel the ground underneath my bum. Yep, I can. 100%. Tick. Good job. And I wasn't expecting to do this when I went outside. I didn't plan on it. It just came through as the next logical thing to do, is to sit down and go, okay, there are so many things in this world that I cannot do, that I am constantly failing at, that I am not good at, that I will never be good at. What the fuck can I do? What can I do? What can I succeed at? What can I achieve at? Because I just feel like a failure all the time. And so that's what I did. I sat and I listed in real time, in this moment right now, always real time, absolute truth, 100% truth. So I was not sitting there saying, in this moment right now, I am sitting on the ground. I can feel the ground. I can feel the warmth. I can see the trees. I can see the building. I can see the sky. I can feel the wind, because that's not true. I cannot sit and feel the ground and feel the wind and see the sky and see the building. I can't do all of that. I only have the sensation of either being able to feel the ground, or feel the wind, or see the building, or look at the sky, or hear the birds, because I'm trying to I am trying to reprogram, learn, not even reprogram, I am trying to learn step by step by step by step how to start having a voice in my head that says, yes, I am a success, as opposed to, yes, I am a complete and utter monumental fucked up failure. I'm trying to fix that voice. I am trying to bring myself into this belief that I am a success at something. And if I list 100 things, it's too much for me. I can't do it. I cannot do it. It's kind of like the affirmations in the video I shared yesterday. If I sit here and say, if I follow the affirmations of so many coaches, which is focus on what you want in the future. You've got your future here. Focus on what you want in your future, and then say an affirmation that gives you what you want in the future. I cannot do that. It's a lie. I cannot lie to myself, because if I lie to myself, then there's a part of me who is already struggling to trust every single human being on the face of this earth, that's already struggling to trust in the decency of humanity, that's already struggling to trust that somebody is even honest with me when they're having a conversation with me, because most of the time they're actually not honest with me. Even if they say, I will call you at 9 o'clock, and they call it 9:05, that's a lie. You didn't call at 9 o'clock. Even if they say, oh, I'll come over tomorrow afternoon, and then they don't come over, that's a lie. They didn't come over. Yes, I understand in the whole scheme of life, shit changes, people, blah, 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 blah. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the specifics of me being raised by an alcoholic, me being raised in the family that I was raised in, where lying was my only chance of survival. Because if I told the truth, I would get punished, because my truth was not somebody else's truth. And if my truth wasn't somebody else's truth, then I would get punished for it, like horrendously punished. So my upbringing was lie, to fit into the box, to be accepted, And life is just much easier that way. And so I just noticed the boxes in the window. You can see my boxes. That's from the flooring that I'm putting down. I've got all the rubbish out the front. That's a good look on a video. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is build trust within myself, so I can trust somebody, anybody. And the only way for me to do that is to be honest. And if I'm sitting saying an affirmation about something that's in the future that hasn't happened yet, that's not honesty. That's just pure lying to myself. I'm just bullshitting myself. And the whole fake it till you make it, that works for certain people. Absolutely, it does. There are people there that will fake it until they make it, and it works. But there are some of us it just does not work for. It doesn't work. I know. I've been trying it for 15 years. It hasn't worked. So what I did was I brought myself into the honesty about what I could succeed at in that moment. And I kept it simple. In this moment right now, I am succeeding at sitting on the ground. Yep. It's so simple. And I then, after that, the highlight of this whole story, and I'm going to keep this short because I can hear my daughter rustling around and coughing. The highlight to this whole story is that I then came inside, I sat down on the floor, I looked at the flooring and I went, I can do this. I can do this. And I did it. And I sat there, and then my daughter came out and I said, honey, remember how I said to you, I can't do this. It's too hard. I'm going to get someone else to do it. She goes, yep. And I said, look, she goes, oh my God, you did it. I said, I did. I did. And she came and gave me the biggest hug. And then I explained to her about having the voice inside of my head that kept telling me I can't do it. And then going outside and creating the voice in my head that says, I can do this. Can't do that right now, but I can do this, and 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 I can do this. And by me creating this new pattern, this new story in my head that says, I can do this, I came in and I did it. And I just went, yeah, oh my God. Like, I've actually done it. This thing that I have been struggling with for 2 days. 2 days. I sat down and I did it in about 10 minutes. And then I stood back and I went, holy shit, I can actually do it. And yesterday and this morning I was thinking I'm going to have to get someone to come and do the rest of my flooring. And now I'm going, no, I think I can do it. I just did one of the hardest parts. I think I can do it now. So that's this part. This is another piece. Another piece. There are so many pieces to this. And I really ask that if you are following along and you are doing some of these processes, just start where you are. Don't feel like you have to be down the road 10 paces because somebody else is ahead of you. This is not a journey of competing with me because I'm all of a sudden here and it's only taken me 2 days to get past this, but it might take you a week. It might take you an hour. It's in my mind, and what I'm reminding myself, and what I'm also reminding my daughter actually, because I'm really aware that she is growing up with me, with my mindset, with my brain, with my stories, with my trauma, with my damage, and she's only 6, so it's going in right now, is that I am very carefully, very slowly, one step at a time, brutal honesty in the moment that I need it, and making sure that I actually take time out to go and be brutally honest. It would have been so easy for me just to fob over this as another thing I couldn't do. But instead I went, no, something in me just, I want to change this. I want to change the story. I want to change this pattern. I want to change this hurt. I want to change this pain. And I cannot change it while I keep staying the same. It's impossible to do. So one step, brutal honesty, claiming the moment, admitting to myself how I feel, and then having a look to see what I can do in that moment to start creating these new synapses in my brain that says, I can succeed. I can succeed. Because yesterday and this morning, I did not have a voice in my head that said I can succeed. For 5 minutes 10 minutes on the driveway, saying a couple of different ways about how I have succeeded has created a new synapse, a new program, a new belief system, whatever you want to call it. There is something new in my brain that says I can succeed. I can achieve. And it took me 10 minutes. So, very slowly, very carefully, this was today's gift. Tomorrow it might be something completely different. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Feel free, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments. If you want to reach out, please send me a message. I don't want this journey to feel like I'm doing it alone, although I've been doing everything else alone, so that's okay. But if you do want to reach out, please reach out. Don't feel like you can't, because in other groups you can't, or because people get funny about it. If you want to reach out, reach out. I am here to help support people through this. This is not only about me. I'm doing it for me, but I'm doing it for me so other people can do it for themselves as well. Not only, let me rephrase that. I am doing it for me. Full stop. End of sentence. I'm doing it for me. And then over here, I am doing it so other people can heal their hearts as well. Yeah, I think that sits right. Okay. Yep. Brutal honesty. Even when I get it wrong, I have to undo it and go back. So thank you for watching. And I might be on tomorrow night. I might not. Let's see what happens. Thank you. Good night.